All right, welcome inside the Gainbridge LPGA Boca Rio Media Center. I'm here with 11-time LPGA Tour winner and major champion Lexi Thompson. Let's take us back to last week. You had a top 10 finish at the Diamond Resorts Tournament of Champions. What did you learn about your game in the first event of the season?
Yeah, well, it was my first event back. My off season was pretty quick. It was only about 2-3 weeks long. Took about a week off in total with not touching a club. But learned a lot about my game. I continue to work hard in the off season, so it didn't seem like too much of a break for me, but came out strong in the first week, played well. Left a few out there, but that's golf, so I'll never complain with a 7th place finish for my first event back.
You also said to me last week that you've made a lot of changes in the off season. Can you take us through what maybe those changes might have been?
Yeah, well, it was kind of a swing change that I was making towards the end of the year. I had about 4 or 5 weeks off before my tournament in Japan. And I knew there was something I needed to change in my golf swing to make it more consistent. And because I struggled a little bit after my 5-week stretch in the middle of the year, I was struggling with my ball striking. So I knew something had to change. And I continued to work on that in those 5 weeks off, and it helped for my last 2 events in Japan and then at CME. So played really well at CME, and I continue to work on those swing changes, just my footwork and timing everything better in my golf swing. So continue to work on that, and a lot of short game work as usual.
Forgive me for asking this because you've probably been asked this a ton last year, but you're breaking 18. How did it help you, and how did it lead to the season you had last year? The break you took in 2018, they're taking off a break from your game. How did that help you, and how did that lead to how did that lead to the season you had last year?
Yeah, it helped me out a lot. Things got tough for me in 2017 and 18. I don't think I really allowed myself to heal from all of it. I just continued to play and because I knew I was playing well. So I wanted to keep it going, and just golf was kind of my way of getting away from everything, and I just kind of zoned out and was kind of numb to it all. So I really needed the break in 2018, and it helped me out so much, just being around my family, getting the help that I needed, and it's helped me out with my game and just mental state as of now, and I'm continuing to work on myself each and every day. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Hey, Lexi, you've talked a lot about how the Olympics is your #1 goal for this year. Can you share what some of your other goals are for the season? And are you someone who writes out and formalizes these goals, or are they more of an internal thing?
Yeah, well, Tokyo is my #1 goal, to be on that team representing my country, for sure. But I go into every tournament wanting to win. I don't write any of my goals down. I know what I want to do. Every time I tee it up, my goal is to win. But I just want to play good golf. I know I've been putting in the work and practice, and I just want to see my game keep on improving and play consistent golf. If I can go out there, just play fearless, and, I've been trying to take the more positive outlook on life as well, so I'm not trying to let golf control me. So really just see improvement on and off the golf course, but at the same time, we all want to win, but I just want to see improvement and see my hard work pay off.
Hey, thanks. Lex, you talked about your family, obviously coming from a family of golfers. Just talk to me about what that has meant to you and how the support group has worked for you guys.
Well, I'm in a family of golfers, definitely. My 2 older brothers got me started in the game. I started golfing when I was 5, but they were already into it. Curtis being 2 years older, and then Nick being 12 years older. Helped out a lot because they were already into golf when I first started. So I basically just went out on the golf course. We lived on TBC Eagle Trace, and went out there, and they were just hitting balls, and I just went out and watched and followed them around. And when I got older, I slowly got into it more and more, and just was trying to beat them or outdrive them. And it was just great to have 2 older brothers around that kept me motivated. I wanted to follow in their footsteps, and they made me so much better of a player or competitor, because I played other sports as well, but they taught me a lot about myself, and just having them around for advice, and they were always there for me. And I think that's what's really important, is to have that good family group and support group around you, to always be there to love you no matter what, and just be there for you for advice and just to help you through life.
Curtis also had his share of struggles, and he was on your bag, so just talk to me about what that was like and how maybe you helped him, with, his stuff.
Well, it's amazing what he's done. Unfortunately, I got to see him go through some severe struggles with his game and mental state, but I just try to be there for him. I know he's the most talented person that I've ever seen in my life. He can hit golf shots that nobody can. When he caddied for me and I would hit it in trouble at CME, he's like, oh yeah, I see this shot like right here. I'm like, oh no, like I can't hit that shot. I'm like, I'm pitching out. I'm like, you can all day. But he sees shots and can hit shots that nobody can. And that's what I see in him. And just to see him never give up, and he was always out there grinding. I know some days he didn't want to go out there, but he continued to work hard and train, and just to see him tie for first at Q School and just his play, it was truly remarkable. I'm so proud of him, and to see the fight in him, he deserves to be out there. He has the talent. He just has to believe in himself, and he's getting there. And it's great to just watch the process happen.
So much has been written, said about this, but having been so long since we've had an American at number one, is it important, and how is it important to you guys? How do you feel? Is that important for an American golfer to get to number one?
Well, yeah, I think we all as athletes, we want to be number one in the world, but the LPGA Tour is such a global tour. You have so many players from so many different countries. There's a few in the top now, a few Americans in the top 10 right now, so it's great to see. You were trying our best. We're all grinding away, practicing, trying to get better. So it's extremely tough to win out here. The competition is getting better and better, which we want. When we win, we want to know that we beat the best, and we had to play our butt off to win out there. So we're trying. It's important to us, obviously, to represent our country, but you can't win every week. All you can do is try your best and see where it goes.